And joined also by Jonathan Sacerdoti from London. What does it mean to be a Jew in Europe nowadays for you living there?
Well, Jews across Europe are learning that anti-Semitism respects neither national or ideological boundaries. Islamic anti-Semitism is proudly displayed on the streets of London and in Germany, for example, during the annual Iranian-sponsored Al-Quds Day, with Hezbollah flags and Bashar al-Assad banners held aloft. And when we see news of chants of Judenschwein, Jewish pigs, ringing out for all to hear at a German football match in Offenbach at the end of last year, these things do make people afraid. On the other hand, life day to day for Jews in the UK and most of the rest of Europe is not a daily grind. It's not difficult for them to live their day-to-day life, but it's a fine balance, and it does vary across Europe. The far right, the far left, the middle-class intelligentsia, and the European Muslim communities all have within their ranks groups who not only hate Jews, but never seem to tire of finding new ways to express that hatred.
Now, do you feel, though, that you're in a place like the UK, is that being fought well by the government? You know, is that being, is education used against that in a place like the UK as opposed to other places in Europe?
Well, I think as your previous guest said, what governments say and the reality for people on the ground is not always the same. And I'd add to that I was speaking to a security professional here who looks after the Jewish community in terms of schools and synagogues and other Jewish public buildings like that. And while the government is very careful to give money to the CST, the organization here run by the Jewish community in Great Britain that deals with security for the community, the government specifically gives it grants to help secure Jewish buildings to make sure that Jewish security is better. And it takes that responsibility very seriously. But as this security professional said to me, why is it we need that security? Essentially, the very fact that the governments need to give this extra money in order to secure Jewish buildings should make us afraid in itself. The fact that Jewish schools need to be ringed with razor wire means that there's a problem in the society that says that Jewish people are at an increased risk. And it's not a paranoia, because Jews around Europe look at incidents like the one in Toulouse, the shooting at the school there, at the Jewish school, and they realize that there is a genuine and very real risk. It may not be happening every day, it may not be right on our doorstep, but with the pervasiveness of anti-Semitic rhetoric and anti-Semitic hatred on the internet as well, this spreads very quickly around Europe. And so I think European Jews, as was shown in the FRA survey at the end of last year, the EU's own body that investigated this issue, I think European Jews have a genuine and very real fear, whether or not people can argue whether or not it's founded. But the fact that they feel this fear, the fact that such a huge portion of them are afraid is what we should be worrying about.
No, Jonathan Sacerdoti, thank you.